Sharp Fade of a Fade to we pay concert name to the most popping podcast. It's the Culture Decoded podcast. So yeah, today we decided let's do something different. Let's just ride around in the car, Yeah, recline on my seats or something.
Be creative.
Yeah, be creative with like it's in development or something, but yeah. So it's the Culture Decoded podcast with your boy BRINT to the Z. And to the right in Petit Pijamu. Away. So yeah, today we just thought with let's talk about the education system, dog. Yeah, it's scale and shit. I kiss too much. Sorry. Yeah, they didn't teach that to me, scale. But yeah, we just thought the school education system mainly to you when I feel like it's still that relevant. Well, yes, everything is it's relevant, You must be lineage, you must have some skills and everything. But the way it is formulated, the way it was back then in this new world that we're in, what do you think? Do you think it's still relevant or there needs to be some changes? What are your thoughts on the education system when personally?
Yeah. But anyways.
Yeah.
Inkinga yabakhona ukusukisela ntolo bra.
Yeah.
Indlela efakwe ngayo. Indlela esifundiswa ngayo.
Yeah.
Lamabhuku esifundiswa ngawo.
Yeah.
Ngibona ngathi kwaba le effect eningi endleleni esikhule ngayo esifunde ngayo even nakhathesi.
Yeah, facts.
Yabo. Because ungakhayela kudala let's talk about ama-desk.
Yeah.
Classism, primary.
Yeah.
And alright, mana ngithi from kindergarten.
Yeah.
Thina sithi crash angaziwa nje kindergarten. Crash.
Yeah, it's a crash.
Crash ijeki level nje so.
Yeah.
Like lihlala lilonke lingabantwana.
Yeah, just that. Yeah.
Akula ma class.
Yeah, akula.
Lihlala lonke. So you learn from each other a lot. Umntwana akho can learn from omnye umntwana.
Facts.
Kakhulu. And it becomes difficult masosha primary.
Facts.
The primary sebesifaka lapha eclassini sekuthiwa hayi unoku-desk 1.
Yeah.
Unoku-2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Of which u-6 kebe kuthiwa ngodanda head.
Yeah.
I-problem yena leyana ngibona ngathi check wena uma umuntu imagine ufila njani ukuthi ebu-6.
You feel like really your self-esteem already is crushed though.
Yabo.
Yeah.
And then ama-teacher they only focus on abakuthi ebu-1. Yibo abasimagela amabhuku thina abakuthi ebu-6.
Oh, I remember grade 1 I used to mark for some people like I was grade 1 but same magelo omunye umntwana looking back now you can see that thing was not even really fair, but it's just one of those things that happened and you just do guy in Sagala, you'll be too young to object, or also understand what
and it create a hate.
Yeah.
Maybe Emma teaching of course as person because maybe umsebenzi omningi umyandile kumbe in so it's a form of what reducing ispan size.
Yeah.
But me prince engakumangela yibe kwathi ngimangele nguye ngiyamzonda nompinki.
Ngiyamzonda.
Chache.
Ngoba ngoniya kwamaxhamangane nje
yabona. Semfakela ugudu nguprince mina. Of course but ngikuthi ebu-6 ugudu ngitholi anyway.
Bro.
Yeah. That was that.
I just feel like everything, Iskela was just a way to prepare us, mainly to be good workers. Yeah, but so everything, I think even the structure, group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4, group 1, they are the ones who understand the main instruction better and memorize them better. So these are the good workers who listen to the boss, the teachers and them, I'm a teacher's pet, And then we have about group 2, creating. And if you go to a span in a typical company, there is a grade A, B, C, or D. So serious, a span, we have grade D, and this salary grade D is different from grade A. the things that SK like even grade 8 the advantages and whatever that they were getting are different from what our group 6 and them were getting, because it's that reward system. The one who listens most to the teacher, the ones who remember what the teacher is saying and reproduce whatever the teacher told them to reproduce in an exams, are the one who are most likely to succeed. But it's just a simulation talk. Like usuka lapha scale it changes because I'm a variable in Chile. It's not just to teacher the exams. There is so many things in life. Then that's why life gets to really S you up. Like.
So do you think this system is a primary?
Yeah.
Yes, affecting this, still affecting abantwana ukuthi if ingatshintsha the way abantwana they view izinto escale. Ngoba xa ngumntwana angeke ubone much, but I mean Jay at 10 years usukhulile.
Yeah.
Ukuthi ingqondo zabantwana sizithatha for granted.
Yeah.
Abantu sebebona a lot at that age.
They are.
Lani linje selikhulile, but at 10 you remember what you're seeing things.
Fact.
That's why you now ukhumbula I think the 10, I think the 7.
Yeah.
This.
Yeah.
So does it affect us? Do you think when it affected you?
I think mainly it at that time it built group 1. So there is a sense of importance and good that I always felt. I felt like I was better than the other kids. I won't lie, dog. Like I knew it, and this thing was always being enforced in me. Like when you are passer, you are better than the other kids, The teacher like favors.
Like why?
And these things, what happens to Umuntu, especially at a young age. The more that people speak things into your life, like when in each and every situation that happens to you, you still try to find a confirmation for that thing. Like you still try, you find the confirmation. Unga fail test, it reinforces that thing. For real, that. Unga egeluguina ku prize giving day, it reinforces what to that. Unga excel aguma sports instead of excelling in those things that the teachers and the school system perceive to be a standard for you to be considered as umuntu or whatever. So I think it really affects you. Now like your self-image is scale as when you feel like your self-image is dependent on your grade. What do you think?
When I went by group 1.
But like when you feel like when affect like whatever sitting arrangement and the arrangement did it affect you?
To some extent,
yeah.
I was always in group 3. I'm going to stand out.
Yeah.
I was always in group 3. I was always in group 3.
Yeah.
No, already.
Yeah. Group 2.
I think group 1 and me hanging out with 3.
Yeah.
But ngenga shine.
Ah.
Ingondo englazo.
Yeah.
Abantu aba group 1.
Yeah.
Awuhambelani. Yabona. Group 1 nabana bathola amabhuku.
Yeah.
Abamakayo.
My teacher's pet.
And mina personally I didn't like that.
Alright.
Yabona.
Yeah.
And angazi ngobeke nje. Anyways, group 3. Uteacher mayingena. Iclass mayeba ngumsindo.
Yeah.
Wonke umuntu adebhala ama-noise makers group 1, which means group 1 akuchaywa umuntu.
Akuchaywa umuntu. Yeah, segregation.
Kuqala group 6 ukuchaya.
Group 6 is usually
I bechaya group 6 nje. Hayi?
All the time.
Nxa kunabathengisi ku group 6, group 5, group 4, group 3 siyachaya.
Exactly.
Yabona. So konkana ukuthi obviously group 1 nje bakukhulutshwe intelligence, smartness yomntwana.
Yeah.
And then ama groups inumber mayikhwele ama groups ayi. Which means you're getting lower grades.
Yeah.
Right. So which means group 6
they
will never ever pass in their lives.
Yeah.
Because babafake bonke as abantu abangekho intelligent.
Facts.
Yet ama-teacher and I'm sorry to say this, I'm just trying to portray.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not saying good no, but iko esasibizwa khona.
Yeah.
So ngizama ukufaka nje ucaca. Right. Wena siku group 6. Singodanda. And lapha na group 1. Ma mina ngingakwazi 2 plus 1 ngo2, wena ungakwazi. Abanye abantu bengakwazi.
So same group, yeah.
Siku same group. U-teacher akasoze abuye azositshela ukuthi 1 plus 1 ngo2 because already sesitshela ukuthi singodanda.
Yeah.
Instead uzambe ukuthi group 1 bakwazi. So group 1 crash befunda 2 times 2 thina lokho siku 1 plus 1.
Exactly. Fact.
Asikhanyelwa abakhanyelwa.
It's like they were neglected. These were the people who needed
the help
more than the other guys. Fast.
So I don't know if ama teacher ya lazy ukuthi afuna ukufundisa already umuntu okwazi
so that less span
or they feel like better angwazi. But mbone ngathi teaching the people who need the help most mbone iko okugrand.
Exactly.
Asihlanganiswe. Sincedane singabantwana singacreate i-separation yokuthi aje alright wena udali hamba ngikhona ngale kumbe wena usuzenza ungcono because uyakwazi 2 plus 1 ngo2 so khambelana lento lezi ezamakasi nema suburbs.
Yeah.
Yabona ukuthi ajeke wena usema suburbs sinusenza ongcono akazenza ongcono yikho lapha akhulele khona. But why singahlangani and then each other's what angwathi ngibeke ngisithini but khonokho.
Yeah.
Yabona.
I mean, I just think like it's a means of control. Like it's a means of controlling, you know, like what I feel like even anything, you can organize this into Zako and be in control of your room because you label this into, you know, what Aliana Ipatu, you move so it's iPhone because these things have labels. So I just think that the system through kulento eziningi scale it does it deep as in your religion that's a but I just feel like it's one of those things that are used by the world system like to sort of like heavy control because like if you lab abantu laba ngodanda laba the average laba then the easier it is for you to control them and segregate them into indaweni different, you know. Because like you know let me treat them like this. They fit these type of pieces, they fit in this puzzle. Laba they fit so, laba they fit so. Then the system always keeps working, you know. But the plot twist now is that the more ukula, you realize that the same people who were called Totanda Group 6 and them, that mentality to nothing is given to us. So in that they became fearless. Those people they became fearless, they became risk takers. And like they can basically do anything just to get by. They take more risks. But we're not group 1 that like you're used to simulation, like you're used to ukuthandwa, you know. Isn't your pure do like this and you into your corner always as a formula, but like the world like there's so many variables. And food gonna to which in the real world you tap into each other's strengths. Like when there's a strength don't lie, sing your soul. Of course people wouldn't know. But now you know when I jam their strength don't lie, and we collaborate. Even this podcast, it's just us collaborating. But you're one scale, I guess separated to our blind but there is something that's that kid or group 6 ally. We are passer, yes, but they cannot communicate effectively. But if they sit alone group 6, they can actually learn how to communicate effectively through our interaction. So I just think it's a thing that needs to be but change.
Because Kanyela, if you move to high school now, your sitting is different.
It's different.
So kila nga 2 nga 3 akusela ukuthi ma group anibani.
Yeah.
Angwathi into leyana obviously most of the time sikhethana ngobungani.
Yeah.
Ukuthi mina ngihlala lempintshami edeskini nje ukuthi si2 just lempintshami then this ka usukhangela hey, which I'm call it these days a difference, so flating.
Yeah.
But in my university, Makutwa ugu lecture room. Lecture room la kona ngathi yabona music theater yabona njani. Kuhlalwa njalo.
Exactly.
And then lecture abe phansi lapha. So the word is equal to everyone.
Yes.
Akula ukuthi group check yazikhethela ufuna uhlala phambili uhlale emuva but kunjalo high school primary school. Okay, I understand the thing of grouping. Of creating a friendship amongst abantwana. But it doesn't make sense if siba grouping a grade.
Grouping them are grade, so I don't think it works. It doesn't
maybe
work.
Grouping them is fine. But nyama grade.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
Plus, you know what? Like me, one thing I hate shooting a scale at all. Sorry, but fuck it, I hate shooting a scale at all. Is that like I feel like there is so much to like the more cooler, bro. Like we're talking about it even last week, like into the mental health, there is so much about him around him below your moon too, other than their output, like which we live in a capitalistic world with their output, whatever whatever their skill set, that's what gives them money to get by something. Like there's things like when I'm working, how you deal with the emotional state, how you see yourself in the world, how you look at the world, how you live, how you communicate, and how do you also learn to listen to other people's ideas. Those things I feel like need to be developed for scale. But they are not, because like all the time scale I focuses on grades all the time, like sometimes you find that umuntu has a college degree or something, but like they still cannot communicate, they still cannot like think rationally, like there's so many things like you don't know how to deal with these into like complex subjects or something, when what is get to exam, reproduce the result. So I just think, I don't know, what do you think? Do you think we need to maybe change the curriculum, like gufundi so izinto eziningi like that are, I don't know, like just not outside of it? Because school is not fixed. No, it's not. School can be anything. Oyifundiswayo. Ofuna ukuyifunda. Because chocolate driving school. Akula alright people but mostly it's practical. Exactly. And then internally kunywa ngoprints yokuthi ziningi izinto kumele sizifunde esikolo esingazifundiswa esikolo ezithathelwa ispace ukuthi hambe bali awufika endlini hambe bali abanye abantwana baphuma igate nje utshone bala akadlali labanye into yokudlala labanye. I tell you, it's very important. Too much playing, maybe not, but playing with others. Yes. Kuqakathekile lokho ya. Facts. Kuyakufundisa communication, which is the most important thing in this world. Because you can't go anywhere ungakwazi ucommunicate. You can't do anything ungakwazi ucommunicate. Facts, bro. Yabona? So ngelinye ilanga sengikhohle ukuthi ngikhuluma loba. And then sasizibuza ukuthi J wasasibukele enye movie, a series in fact, to Master of None. So there is this part okulesimumumu khona. So a series like what they did is isimumumu lesana nxa sikhuluma ama sign, they teach everything. Background music, yonke into, no sound, even his motors. Yonke into is just quiet. Isimumumu lesana siyakhuluma and then kulama subtitles. Alright. Rewind, sathi kumbe laptop ero. The first part when phambili kule sound set out right mana sibukele. So sabe sizibuza ukuthi Jay, why are we not learning ama sign languages in primary or high school or university? Why not? Because we can't communicate les mumu. It's sign language, it's a language. It is. Which we need to learn and know
And I'm going to mele kube lama grades to languages.
Nah. For what reason?
For what reasons?
For
so mna manga pasa inskiwa.
Yeah.
Which means bila it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. Like there's just more than just that, you know.
Yeah, like, more than just a grade.
It's a grade, you know. Unje so garesi alright, garesi like kulenjo abo ama stocks, you know, stock markets, our Bitcoin and things like that. These new things, these new technologies. Do you think they are being taught to my universities? No. Do you think they are being taught to my high schools? No. But kids these days, this is the reality that they are gonna live with. So like things like imali, like digital money, how it works. We don't know though. We don't know. People don't know, but like it's just random examples. But these are things that are part of our day-to-day, like everyday living things. But we don't know. Something that just goes back to that point I was saying, but I think into your control. Like
kono kwenzakala
background.
Maybe baqeda ngathi yabazi ngobani ngeke sikhulume kakhulu, but
yeah,
basiqeda.
What do you think about homeschooling? Like if you have a kid, then you homeschool them. You haven't thought that far,
eh? I mean, homeschooling, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what kids are doing these days.
Yeah.
Interaction.
Yeah, I understand. Or maybe a scenario, you create a scenario which is a school. But I will umfundisa wakho. Ubele yakho curriculum.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe that way. Because that's Bugatina. Excellent.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what you are phone. But you tell which one prints.
Exactly.
When you tell which you are pinches zako, the bangan bako, or environment konokana, ikokaza, but now fundangin.
Yeah.
Uvuke kusena ayafunda already uteaching akahamba umama akho sekufose to buy engezani bale homework bale composition in so you never get time to interact with other kids.
But like, don't you think that maybe we don't have the experience your muntu who has been homeschooled all their life? When I my experience what if maybe it's not like that? Like it's obvious so be interacted about maybe also be interacted level in terms of school, like go environment to bafunda bonke. But those are the siyadlala labo and everything. But yeah, we have a left out with
khona homeschooler.
Yeah.
All her life, all his life.
Yeah.
Cela lisitshela ukuthi i-experience yenu injani.
Exactly.
When it comes to these kind of things.
Yeah.
Ukuthi did it work for you? Did it affect you?
Yeah.
Do you recommend it? Or do you not recommend it?
Yeah.
Yabona into ezinjalo and other things I just khuluma ngazo lina likubona kunjani? How's the educational system yethu in Zimbabwe, in Bulawayo? Worldwide.
Yeah.
Yabona likubona kunjani? Ningazi kumbe lembone different. Please canele comment lisitshela ukuthi
yeah, what do you think? And now comment ukukhulu umuntu ohlala ugroup one. Ngabo ukhomenta.
Asikujaji. But it's all nanga group 3, group 1. Alright, but I know judgment, ladies and gentlemen, as judge. And my teacher, please, when I'm planning until you spread your kuma, maybe asikwazi from your view or from your angle, but
why? Yeah.
Sense umsebenzi ongcono as human beings.
Yeah, but like, is it something that's said, you know, what like, okay, they are told to separate abantwana, like in school, it's just so we standard to act on super employed, but like, because like, I don't know, or do they themselves, I'm a teacher, actually criticize that method? But does this work like for this kid?
I don't know. Maybe not a culture. But tell you this is what's up, and if you do otherwise, you're fine.
You're fine, eh? So like obviously
so. As far as my teachers can listen. Nah, you go to ukona uteacher maziyo.
Yeah.
let's say this doesn't land ema-teacheni ezandleni zabo, please cela lishayela ama-teacher basitshele imbono yabo on this yabo headmaster. We want to understand ukuthi kahle kahle what's going on and what's the plan moving forward. Ngendlela thina esibona ngayo at this time into lezi ziyasilimaza.
No, vele it affects you too. Side note, like Mina, do you know even some of my former classmates like whenever I meet them, I tell you guys all since the school or school or something. I know that, you know. But like so that thing, that person kept it like ever since, you know.
You could remember Lana is better than me.
Yeah, that thing. Yeah. But maybe some of them they're even doing much better than me in life in talk. But like there's always that thing you would see. And even go side and maybe go in status and better, you know. There's that sense, even if you're talking to them, there's a sense of but no, I'm actually doing better than this nigga. Yeah, we saw experience now.
Yeah, but we may enter.
But I look at the
but I think internally saying for me.
Exactly.
Kone into kunyongo thamba uphola wethu. Ubafani. Ubangani. Check bangani.
Yeah.
Right. Uthe angeke ube good to be better than the next person.
Facts.
So when ngathi khathesi senziwa good because now group 3 to show off group greens with J group 1 wakho engancedi.
Exactly.
Into sesikhuluma ngayo kare. So don't be good to be better than the next person, but be good for ukuthi
facts. Wena ngwakho yourself like exactly.
Shoota ngefoni bafethu so ngathi ibhathi. Khona ukuzenza kahle. Cela ukuthi singavalelisanga kumbe singalibonganga.
All right. Thanks you. Shout out. Today we thought like we just do something shoot inside of Ikara Yabona. Yeah. It's the Culture to Call It podcast with your boys Prince BRINT to the Z, the fish. FISH. FIS to the H. Yeah, so that's the one.